Hi you all. Okay, so I have honestly been putting off this video for quite a long time, you all, because drip drip drip, trickle trickle trickle, there is constant stories and updates about this crazy ass situation. Now Derrick Jaxn is they're saying he's a relationship guru, which I never considered him to be a relationship guru, child, but that's what they think that he is. And you know, I wish that I could say that I'm shocked about this, but I am not shocked about this at all. I am not shocked about this at all. All I want to say is that the narcissists and the psychopaths are running wild, my friends, okay? The narcissists and the psychopaths and the serial cheaters and serial liars are running rampant in 2021, okay? Be careful in these streets, you all. Be careful in these streets, because come to find out, that mistress, okay, one of the mistresses is pregnant. According to her interview that I listened to in the wee hours in the morning, people were talking about it, and I just could not escape. The timeline on Twitter and everywhere else was blowing up, and it seemed like we just could not escape the updates, you all. No matter how hard I try to put down my phone and stop looking at the posts on IG that people were reposting of his wife. His wife is troubled. Like, his wife, we're gonna get to that in a minute, but we're gonna get to his wife in a minute, because this is the portion of the video that I really want to use most of my time for, with the little time that I have. Is someone called me, sorry about that, you all. The time that I want to spend the most talking about, the little time I have, is about that wife of his, because that is a nutcase. I mean, what that man has done to his wife is, I don't even have any words, you all. I have like literally no words. I'm speechless. I am speechless. I am speechless. In regards to her Instagram and the videos I was seeing of them in some kind of church. I don't know what kind of church that is. And there was pastors praying for them, and honey, God is not a part of that mess. Okay. God has nothing to do with a man cheating on his wife and kids, not being a loyal father, a loyal husband, a good example. Why would you ever bring God into your mess? Why would you ever do that? Only an extreme manipulator would ever do such a thing. And try to say that, oh, to God be the glory. And, if it wasn't for God, we wouldn't be sitting here. Come to find out, you all, an hour after that couch live stream that he did with his wife, gripping his wife's knuckles like it was going to bleed or something. I mean, it was just, the whole thing was just off, man. Like, the whole thing was strange. And come to find out, about an hour or two later, he was hitting up one of his mistresses for sex. Talking about God. Okay. I mean, outrageous. Okay. I mean, there's so much I could say, you all. I'm trying to condense all my thoughts, but listen, super fanatics and people who love to tout that Christian card, the religious card, any kind of card, okay, are the ones who be doing the most. Okay. And this just proves it. This literally proves it, you all. Like, this man could not stop bringing up God, Jesus, but yet he's the same MFer who knocked up his mistress and has the absolute audacity to bring his wife into this. What happened to people just, the whole thing, I mean, the energy from the video is totally off. All the videos, quite frankly, the video with them on the couch and the video with his wife in that army camouflage shirt. She looks brainwashed. She looks scarred. She looks confused. She looks like she genuinely thinks that God is amongst this mess, and that is an insult. Okay, God has nothing to do. God has nothing to do with your husband cheating. Talking about the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness. Are you out of your mind? Like, the only weapon I see around here is your husband's penis, weaponizing you and your emotions and your marriage. Okay, that's the only weapon that is forming against you that's not prospering, honey, is your husband. Your husband's a serial cheater. And according to that other mistress who just spoke out recently and is pregnant by your husband, your godly husband, she said that he is a sex addict. The mistress has gone on to say that he has sent videos of himself pleasuring himself in the car, walking around naked in her house. And this is a man of God. They have lost their minds. They have lost their minds. I don't care if it's for PR or for selling books or not. This is outrageous. And those poor kids have 2 nut jobs. Okay, they're nut jobs. They're crazy, you all. And it just, when the news came out that he got this girl pregnant and was begging her to keep the child, that's manipulation to the highest degree, And on top of that, she told Derrick that she didn't even want children. She said in the interview that she told him that she did not want to have kids without being married. This is a very successful professional lady, a doctor. For God's sake, my thing is this: why could she have not background checked him? I know the mistress, or at least one of the mistresses, claims that she did not know that he was married, but you don't background check people. Like, you don't even, man, listen, it seems like she just took his word, just like his wife. Okay, all those women just took his word and ran with it. Okay, and because of his good looks, it just made it that much worse. I think his good looks is what coerced these women into sleeping with him, quite frankly. The stature of his frame and his body is quite intimidating. I would not want to date a man like that, because he comes across as very manipulative. He comes across as kind of abusive. There's certain men that you could tell, like, they would put their hands on a lady, and he's one of them. And according to the mistress, she claims now that he told her that she left because he put his hands on her. And the mistress also said that he put his hands on her. So he's putting his hands and his dick in everybody. This man is a menace. He's a villain. He's an absolute villain. He's a demon. He's a demon. He's a real demon. And you got this lady, his wife, talking about the helmet of salvation. You can't fix stupid, you all. You just can't fix stupid. And, he preyed upon her. He preyed upon her. That woman, she obviously believed that he would love her and be faithful to her. On what planet, I'm not sure. But, you put a woman with her looks next to him, and you have to scratch your head. A man that is like a bodybuilder and works out, you could tell this man works out every day. I would expect him to be with a woman that he would marry that is, top notch. No offense. I know some men that are super fit go for women who are more, regular looking and don't really care about, their looks necessarily, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with a woman being natural. Okay. Everybody's different. There's somebody for everybody is what I believe. But what I'm simply saying is that this man, he's in a different category. And so, you have to question, why did he really marry this lady? Why did you marry her only to cheat on her? Why does anybody do that? You see what I'm saying? Why does anybody marry anybody just to end up breaking hearts and cheating and causing a commotion? Why does anybody do this? You see what I'm saying? When you could be single. If you're really a dog and a pig and a heathen and a sinner, a real sinner and a demon and a serial manipulator and sex addict and all this type of craziness, just be single, but why would you bring innocent children into this? The children is really, man, if she snapped, if he snapped, if they ended up dead, I would not be surprised. I hate to say it, you all, but that lady is depressed. You could tell his wife is depressed. The way she dresses is odd. I mean, she thinks she's a soldier for Jesus Christ. You know, she comes across like she's a soldier for Jesus Christ. You know, the whole thing is just weird. The whole thing is just so weird. It's just so weird. It's weird. Wearing camouflage, talking about she's in a spiritual warfare, and I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, what? And the fact that this lady probably thinks that she's right. You know, his wife probably thinks that she is actually right with what she's saying. And it's like, you need to leave. You need to, like, protect your children. You need to protect yourself, because that lady is going through something, you all. But that lady, if she snapped and put a knife in his back, literally, I would not be surprised. Like, I'm not even joking now. Like, it is that serious. So every day there is some other mistress coming out of the woodworks, and it looks bad. You know, I never subscribed to him. I never followed him. Thank God. I'd be so embarrassed if I ever did. And I think that everybody who's following him needs to jump ship, because he's a fraud, you all. He's a cheater. I mean, how can you give dating advice and then, you know, you're taking videos in front of your mistress's house and you go right back home to your wife? Like, what kind of nonsense? I mean, wow. I mean, and that mistress of his said that she didn't want to keep it. She didn't want to keep it, you all. And he basically begged her to keep it. I mean, that is just manipulation, okay? But ladies, you gotta, you know, woman, we have to just listen to our intuition, you know. That lady who's a doctor, one of his mistresses, I'm sure she's very intelligent. She comes across as very well spoken, and I feel like she should have just listened to her own intuition. You know, if she felt some kind of way with having his baby, she should have just did what she had to do. Because now look at this. Now look at the mess look at the mess that child is gonna be welcome into the world with this crazy ass man as a father. And a damn manipulator at that, you all. So that's all I got to say. I could say so much more, but really and truly, you all, it's very disturbing. It's very troubling. I find it interesting how he told his mistresses to have perfect this, perfect that, you know, big ass, eyelashes done, nails done, hair done. But yet his wife comes out with a dirty sweater, dressed in all black like a robber, and a damn looking bonnet hat, and can't do nothing for his wife. I mean, that is just the height of disgusting, you all. I mean, what has he done to that? I mean, she's accepted it, though. You know, it's not just all him. She has stayed in that marriage. She has stayed with this abuser. You know, if she had any self-respect, she'd leave. You know, I don't know what she does for what she could do for money or to survive, but girl, this man is making you look real crazy out here. And those IG videos of hers look like she's having a mental breakdown. So anyway, you all, I'm going to get off here. I got to go run some errands. See y'all in the next video, okay? Make sure you thumbs up, subscribe. Leave your comments below. What do y'all think about this scandal? I mean, I think it is outrageous, but I mean, it is just very sad, very disturbing. The way she dresses is just weird. I mean, no offense, but there was one video with her in a tuxedo. A tuxedo in a bathtub. I mean, what is going on? Like, why did he? Man, listen, I ain't got nothing to say. I can't say no more because it's weird. The whole thing is weird, you all. I'm getting off here. All right. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up. Bye.